For the first part of the fixed line, we need to make sure that we have a harness. And when the harness goes on, we want to make sure that like the loops aren't twisted, everything's on correctly. We want to make sure that the waist belt fits over our outermost layers. We want to make sure that there's enough, a couple inches of tail here, that this won't get pulled through the buckle. So we're going to make sure our harness fits over our jackets. Lightweight mountaineering harnesses, if some of you have them, are totally acceptable. This is more of a climbing focused harness. So the next part is like, how do we attach ourselves to the fixed line? And so here I have a couple different sling options. I have a, we call a single length sling and a double length sling. I'm gonna demonstrate with the single length sling. So with this, you'll notice that there's a bar tack here. This is what holds the sling together. They're super strong, but they can get in the way. So I'm gonna girth hitch it through the belay loop, and this goes through here like so, and use the bar tack to go through the belay loop like so. If you have a mountaineering harness that does not have a belay loop, you might find yourself going through both of the tie-in points right here, just like this. Great. So now that I have my ascender here, I'm going to come up to the fixed line, and I am going to clip this in here like so, and then I am going to clip the ascender into my harness, and this is my security. If you like, and I think that this is a great idea for extra security, you can add a carabiner through the hole here, which will help prevent this from sliding, or if it gets steep, popping off. Anyway, as I climb up, I will ascend here, push up as I climb. You might have the ice axe in one hand and move up, or you might just find yourself pulling up, standing on your feet. The next option that we have is a micro traction made by Petzl. There's other companies out there that are all great. And same deal. It's very similar to Ascender. It has this toothed traction device and a cam inside. So I'm going to attach this to the rope, flip this over, flip the carabiner in, test the engagement of it first, then flip in here like this. Sometimes with these, we might want a shorter sling. Maybe we basket it like so. Another thing that kind of can be played with before you arrive. But the nice thing about these is, as you climb up, if you just climb, they slide with you. And so as I go, they move up the rope. And then when you fall, they catch. Here we have the Petzl T-block. This, same deal, toothed feature in there. Make sure the teeth are aiming down in the direction of pull. And in here, same deal, put it on, make sure it locks. Always test it before you move on. And then same thing, you're gonna go up and slide this up the rope as you go. If I have my personal preference, the micro traction or the ascender, I think, are a much more friendly tool to use in these things, but these will work if this is what you have. Okay, so if you come to the fixed lines and you don't have a micro traction, a T-block, or a ascender, we have prusiks for you here, and they will be loaded on the rope, ready to go. not a bad idea to have your own just in case, because we have a limited number and we have to do sometimes a shuffle. But first off, we'd really, really like it if you could have like one of those other tools, because they're more efficient in the climbing and it makes the day go smoother for everyone. But if you don't, that's okay. You'll notice they have this prusik right here, and I'm going to loop this through. Great. So same deal. Once the prusik is on the line, you're going to clip that sling into here, and as you go, you're going to push the prusik up and make sure it locks if you should need to hang on it. It's important that the rope is taut below, so you might have to hold below on the rope and push the prusik up for it to engage. If you need to come down with the prusik for any reason, the important thing here is you don't just grab above the prusik and slide, because it will go down the rope very fast. You want to just use a finger or two above it to slide it down. So the next part of your kit is equally as important, is for traction. One of the largest, most dangerous parts of skiing in any of the ravines in the Mount Washington area are long sliding falls. It's typically icy, as we know. We are in New England, and so we need to make sure that we have a good way to attach ourselves to the snow. So for traction in, we require a set of crampons. These are automatic crampons. You see there's a toe bail here and a heel bail as well that goes over the heel, and they lock on. You want to make sure that these are super tight. This style crampon works really well for a ski boot. So for the snowboarding, snowboarders here, we have these strap-on crampons. An automatic crampon likely won't work unless you're in a rigid boot. So these go up over the heel and over the toe, and they allow more room for your larger boot volume to fit. There's different makes that some work better than others. These are actually Petzl. I find Black Diamond works pretty well with snowboard boots. And these are available to rent around the valley as well. An ice axe. So we recommend everybody have some sort of mountaineering axe at minimum to do this for self-arresting, to stop your sliding fall, or plunging the axe as you're climbing up steep terrain. Generally you want them in the uphill hand, and with your pick facing back, so you're ready to arrest your fall when possible. Another option for a climbing tool is what is known as a whippet, which is a ski pole with a pick on the front for ice and snow, and you can plunge in steeper terrain. They have their limitations. They won't work so well in hard ice, so going up through an ice fall might be a little tougher, as you can't swing them quite the same, and they are attached here via plastic. So if they're put really to the test, they might not be suitable for that. But for most of intents and purposes on this race, I think the whippet is a great tool.